Once upon a time, in a quiet town nestled between rolling hills and whispering forests, there lived a young woman named Maya. From the time she was a child, Maya was enchanted by stories. She would spend hours at the town library, her fingers trailing over the spines of countless books, her imagination soaring to distant lands and magical realms. Her favorite stories were always about people who dared to dream, who reached for the impossible and, against all odds, made their dreams come true. But as Maya grew older, the world around her seemed to lose a little of its magic. The responsibilities of daily life crept in, bills to pay, chores to complete, and work that often left her weary. The stories she loved became memories, gathering dust in the corners of her mind. Yet deep within her heart, a tiny ember of hope still glowed. She often wondered if dreams were only meant for the pages of books, if ordinary people like her could ever live extraordinary stories. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon and painted the sky in hues of gold and rose, Maya sat by her window, lost in thought. She watched as the stars began to appear one by one, dotting the velvet sky. In that quiet moment, a gentle voice seemed to whisper within her, urging her to remember the dreams she once cherished. Maya closed her eyes and imagined herself as a writer, someone whose words could inspire others, just as she had once been inspired. The next morning, she woke with a sense of determination. She dusted off her old notebook and wrote her first story in years. It was a simple tale, but as she wrote, Maya felt the familiar thrill of creativity rushing through her. Every day thereafter, before work and after dinner, she carved out time to write. The stories poured out of her, each one a reflection of hope, courage, and the beauty of pursuing one's dreams. At first, Maya kept her stories to herself. She feared they weren't good enough, that no one would care. But as weeks turned into months, her confidence grew. She began sharing her stories with friends and family, and to her surprise, they were moved by her words. Encouraged, Maya submitted one of her stories to a local magazine. When she received the letter of acceptance, she could hardly believe it. Her words, once just a secret longing, were now set to be shared with the world. The publication of her first story was a turning point. Readers reached out to her, sharing how her words had touched them, how they too had rekindled forgotten dreams. Maya realized that her journey was not just about her own dream coming alive. It was about inspiring others to believe in theirs. She continued to write, her stories reaching more people with each passing day. Over time, Maya became known as the storyteller of her town, her name spoken with warmth and admiration. But more importantly, she had become living proof that dreams are not confined to the pages of books. They live within each of us, waiting for courage and action to bring them to life. Maya's story reminds us all that no dream is too small or too distant. The journey may be filled with doubt and obstacles, but with perseverance and belief, a dream can indeed come alive. And when it does, it has the power to ignite hope in others, setting off a ripple that can inspire the world. So wherever you are, and whatever your dream may be, remember Maya's journey. Take that first step. Nurture the ember within you and watch as your own dream comes alive.